everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a lovely day. For today's video I'm going to be talking about bullying. I have notes written down in this journal of mine, so if I'm looking down that's probably why. I just thought that bullying is one of the most important things to talk about, and I thought it was time to talk about it on my channel. So firstly we're going to start with we're going to start with the definition of bullying. So bullying is intently having an outlook to hurt someone, that when the person wants to hurt you and that's their outset. I think that's the easiest way to explain it. There are other ways on Wikipedia, but I just thought that was too long-winded and just have some sort of just short-worded I suppose definition. So the types of bullying, so there's verbal bullying, so that would be like name calling, or just I suppose bullying that happens like with your voice. Physical bullying, so hitting someone or punching someone or getting into a fight with someone. Indirect bullying, ignoring someone, giving someone evil eyes, spreading rumors about someone. And cyberbullying, so that's probably the most popular one, the most I suppose spoken about one, so like on social media and social media. So why do people bully? So when I was thinking about why do people bully, it's hard to kind of get into the mind of a bully because it's something that I would never do purposely. Like I would never want to hurt someone. So I had to sit down and try and think of the reasons that people bully. So I came up with they may not understand that they are making the person feel really bad. So this could be like they intently started as a joke and they think that they're joking. They think that the person gets it as a joke, whereas what you think is funny and what you think is a joke, other people may not. So, for example, if you don't mind people making fun of you, you don't mind people laughing at you, that's fine. But that doesn't mean that everyone isn't going to mind people laughing. You know, people get upset over different reasons, people take things to heart for different reasons, and it's important that you understand that just because you don't find it hurtful doesn't mean someone else won't. They have problems at home. So this kind of goes a long way. If somebody is getting problems at home or getting abuse at home or has a difficult home life, they kind of, in my opinion, want to inflict that pain that they're feeling onto someone else. So they think it's okay, like if they're brought up having that sort of abuse themselves, so they kind of think it's okay to inflict it onto others. Now, obviously, that could be different. Like, you know, some people who have a tough upbringing want to abuse other people and want other people to feel bad and want others to feel sad, or other people, you know, it depends on the person. Some people think it's cool. So have you noticed that if you're in a group of girls or if you're in a group of boys, it's easy just to bully? Like, you know, if you're in a group of girls, for example, they'll laugh at someone or mock someone for what they're doing, but if when you're with that person by themselves, they don't really say much, if that makes sense. Same with a group of boys. If you're like passing a table, the boys would laugh at you, or they would just kind of, it's easier to bully in groups is what I'm trying to say, if that makes sense. Then when you're with those boys like by themselves, they are the nicest people ever, so they think it's cool. They're trying to make them friends. They're trying to make their friends think that they're really cool, and it's definitely not a good way of doing it, but that's the way people are. You know, people think people are going to try and impress their friends. And I mean, in class, for example, we can all think of people in our classes who've been bullied or who are bullied. Like, if I think, like, I'm really bad with words, but in the blink of an eye, you can think of someone in your class who's been mocked or made fun of straight away, without a shadow of a doubt. Like, I can think of lots of people who've been bullied or been picked on in my class, and that's why I think bullies bully. I mean, there are obviously a lot of other reasons, but that's the type of reason that first came to mind when I thought about it. And the effects of bullying on a person. So, it depends on the type of bullying, but the effects of bullying, in my opinion: physical pain, low self-esteem, anxiety, and panic attacks. So, and that person is going to want to avoid that situation. I think bullying is a really common thing, but it's also a really hard thing to discuss, in my opinion. Um, it's a tough one to call on because it's hard to talk about, because if you are being bullied or if you had been bullied, it's a really hard thing to talk about, because if you said it, they're like, people are gonna be like, oh, they're just jealous, or they're only taking the piss out of you, they're only messing, but that, yet you still feel like crap, you know. It's hard, it's tough. So my help and advice for anyone who's been bullied is, don't go through it in silence. There's always someone who's going to listen to you. There's always someone who's going to understand. So do talk to someone. It's so important. Don't go through it alone. Definitely not. Like, you're not alone. Tell a friend, tell someone you trust, and just get their support and their advice. Going through it alone, you're going to bottle it all up, and it's going to come out and bite you in the ass, basically, because it's all going to rise and you're going to feel really crappy about yourself. Don't isolate yourself. I know a lot of people who've been bullied who, if they see the people who bullied them in person, they're like, oh crap, I gotta avoid this person. Or they're like, oh, I need to stay at home, so don't go into school. And I wouldn't suggest that. I know that at the time that's obviously going to feel like what you want to do, but I would suggest going out there and showing, even though it's going to be really difficult, showing that bully that you are more than what they say, that you're not going to jeopardize your life for them, if that makes sense. So try and keep getting out there. Try, even if you're not okay, to smile, because if you smile and you show that you're not letting it get you down, they're like, oh crap, it's not working. So just try your best, and don't forget to look after yourself. You need to put yourself first, you know, look after yourself, look after your mental health, look after your physical health, and again, just make sure that you're doing okay. Also, another suggestion I would have is, if you feel confident enough, speak to the bully. Now it depends on, obviously, the situation. A lot of bullies do not realise that what they're doing is bullying. They just think that, again, that they're messing, or that they just don't realise that they're hurting that person. So try and speak to the bully and say, look, I actually don't like what you're doing, it's really hurtful and it gets me down. And if they are like, oh, okay, I'm sorry, well then hopefully that will resolve the situation. And if it doesn't work, well then you can go on to getting help from like the school or help from your parents, because you do not deserve to be bullied. No one deserves to be bullied. Like, you don't deserve that pain. I just think it's really crappy for someone to think that that's okay to do to someone. So that's basically all I have written down, and that's all I could kind of think of when I was writing. But I just think bullying is such a major issue that it needs to be talked about more, and that you're not going through it alone. And yeah, that's all I wanted to say. So stay strong. And if you think that you're bullying someone, or if you think that you're making fun of someone, and that, just think before you speak, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, that's it. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment and subscribe. If you want me to shoot any more videos like this, please let me know. I would love to cover some more topics. I feel like I was very rambly in the video, but I'm still a bit nervous, but I hope that it helped. And if it did, share it, and I hope it helps. But yeah. So again, comment any suggestion, any videos you'd like me to film, or if you'd like me to talk about more topics. And yeah, I hope you have a great day. Stay strong, stay confident, and don't let anyone bring you down. Okay, I love you. Bye.